Greetings, greetings, greetings. TGIF, everyone. How are you? What's happening? What's going on? How was your week? Did you have a good week? In Chicago, here we have winds, high winds, and rain and more wind. But it's been holding steadily in the 50s. So that's pretty good for Chicago in October. The end of October at that. Because normal we're in the 40s and even can touch the 30s. So this is spring to us. This is wonderful. I know this week, I think it was on Monday. I think it was Monday. And it just rained for like 2.5 days straight. I'm like, what is going on? But hey, it's that season. What can you say? But other than that, let's see. Happy birthday to the sister in the chat room, Lady V. That's what I call her, Lady V. Yes, Vonda, happy birthday to you. You could be spending your birthday somewhere else, out there partying, shaking it up. You can even be camming up and shaking it up on YouTube. You know, that's going on with birthdays. But thanks for spending some time over here with us. Definitely appreciate you. And even this is a request for you, actually, for the video. So it kind of fell right on time. Isn't that something? Because I didn't plan it like that. It's just I had things lined up, and when you suggested the video, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll do that the following week, and bam, what do you know? What a birthday present. Let's see what's been going on. Let me think. I noticed there's a Dunkin' Donuts in a very nice area that closes at 7 p.m. I couldn't believe it. I looked, I'm like, is something wrong? But I've gone past the Dunkin' Donuts a couple of times, and at 7 p.m., it is closed. And they had announced, I think maybe like 2 years ago, I think they were going 24 hours. And then, I don't know, now 7 p.m., I'm like, Dunkin' Donuts? I haven't seen that happen since the, what, 90s? Yeah, long time ago. I'm like, wow. And what else is happening? Oh, when I went out to the store after all that rain we had going on, I go over to the store. I get my item, a couple of items. I just got I don't even remember. I think I got some coleslaw, some coffee, and some water, gallon of water, because the shelves had kind of been empty when it came down to the water. So I go ahead and I see the water. I'm like, oh, spring water. Okay, great. So I moved my cart a little bit in the aisle, because where I was, there was no water in that section. And I looked under there. I'm like, oh, I see the water. So I moved my cart a little bit to reach and grab, gallon of water, put in my cart. And I noticed I ain't gonna say commotion, but I noticed the movement on my right side. So the movement on my right side, this person moved, and then a cart came through with some people. And then after everything was settled, the person was standing next to me. So I looked behind me, and I'm like, what the world? So I turned and asked the man, I said, are you behind me? He said, yeah. I said, well, why are you standing beside me? If you're behind me, you should be standing behind me. Just like if you were in front of me, you should be standing in front of me. So he tells me that he likes standing there. And I told him I didn't like him standing there and he's in my personal space. So I'm not sure if I said out loud or to myself. Because sometimes I just speak out loud when I'm thinking of something. So I'll just say in my mind, I said to myself, oh yeah, well, I'm about to show you something. So what I did is I went from behind my cart to stand in front of my cart. So I left him back there. And I'm just like, what is this all about? Now, all I could tell you, he was a male between the age of 45 and maybe 55. And he didn't have anything in his hand but his cell phone when he reached in his pocket and pulled out his cell phone. That was it. So finally, when we got up to the register, the cashier asked me, she grabbed this big gallon, it was like a gallon jug of vodka. I believe it was a brand of vodka. That or a gin, it was clear. And she asked me, she said, "Is this yours?" And then I heard the voice behind me, "No, that's mine." And I'm like, "Oh." So I went on, checked out, and I just made sure that he was nowhere around when I left the store. I'm like, "This is crazy." I'm like, "Just totally crazy." I'm like, he actually told me he liked standing there. And I told him I didn't like him standing there, but that didn't stop him. He continued to stand there. So I left him standing there and I moved. So it's always some type of way you can solve a problem, the way I look at it. But gee, these people, I don't know. The heck is going on? What's wrong with these folk? Well, if that was checking me out, that was very strange. And he was too old to not have figured a better way between the age of 45 and 55. So I don't know if he had got some advice and or what. I don't know, but he needs some more advice because that was awful. Shoot, I've been calling security next. But anyway, and the last thing on my agenda, there's going to be a lot of traffic near my home. I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to deal with this. So not only we got the Halloween people, they got a concert not far from me, and I know they're going to be taking up all the parking spaces in the area and riding around. I'm like, so if I'm going to go out to anywhere tomorrow, I'm going to have to go early and got to be back no later than maybe 1. I would say 1 o'clock to make it safe. Because after that, that traffic and they blocking stuff off. And you know the folks going to be there. They ready to see some R&B. I'm like, all right. I'm happy for them. I'm not going. I'll play their songs if I want to. But that is as far as I'm going. And Belle Biv DeVoe, that's the biggest artist here. Let me see who we got here. We got some lady. I don't know who that is. And then who is that? I'm looking at the small print. Oh, okay. RES. I don't know who she is. And then Drew Hill. Hey, now. What's my favorite song from there? I don't know. I got a couple of songs from them. But I remember when they first came out, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning, WGCI in Chicago would play in my bed. So it was like an alarm clock because the song would come on, and I had my alarm set for 5:15. No, 5:05. So I kind of was, ready to get up. I guess it was in my mind, and I would hear the music, and I'm like, I look around. So after a couple of days, I'm like, okay, who is this? I like this. And it was somebody sleeping in my bed. I'm like, hey, but who's sleeping in your bed? But I love the melody. And who else? We got Brian McKnight. I enjoyed was it Miss You? I think I miss you. Yeah, do I ever cross your mind? Yeah, I like that song. And El DeBarge, I have no idea I don't want to hear nothing from him. Who's Johnny? His old song with his family. Nothing. I can't think of anything. That jazzy type of tune. That's probably the only song I would want to hear. So I would think they should have RES first, then El DeBarge, get them out the way, then Tevin Campbell. Um, Can We Talk? I'm so tired of that darn song. He would have to sing when he got a little older. I like that song he did with Total. You don't have to worry. I like that one. Um, Silk, let's see. What Silk? Do Me, Baby. Yeah, that was that song. And Belle Biv DeVoe. What y'all got I like? I like oh, that last song. Yeah. How it go? Uh I was singing it early, now I can't think of how the darn song go. Help me out, Ruby. How the song go? Uh,
Girl, you know that until the radio station, I did not understand that Belle Biv DeVoe was more than one person. So
that's true. That's true.
I'm not the one who can help you out with that. However, I got a story about Tevin Campbell, and then I got a piece of news, little piece of news. But okay, so years ago, okay, y'all, this was like 15 years ago. A boyfriend at the time, right? It was Valentine's Day, and like I'm not like the typical girly girl on Valentine's Day, but I wouldn't mind doing something special, but special is relative to me. So anyway, I love
Hmm.
spoken word, and this man found like a show that was going on, and so there's a little bit of spoken word, a little bit of live performances, a couple washed up stars, stuff like that, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was a great show. Right. And now Tevin Campbell comes up before the main event. And it's Tevin Campbell. But the thing is, this man is tired of his song too. Because it's the only song anyone knows he knows, right? So he's like, okay, any requests? Right? And he's like, and then before we could all start shouting, he's like, any requests? Anything but right?
Right.
So of course we all scream it out anyway because it's the only song we know he sings. So he sings that, and anyone's like, "Okay, any other requests? How about if I sing this song of mine?" He starts. We're like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah." He starts another song. Apparently, he has more than one song. We didn't know, and we didn't care. We weren't here for it. Finally, this is hilarious. Finally, the second song he sang, Shar, after like 25 minutes, was
Uh,
"I'm Not Your Superwoman," right? By Karen White.
no.
Yes, he couldn't even sing his own song. We didn't care. We don't know his song.
No.
Girl, we didn't know his songs. He had to sing other people's songs. Like, and he said, "Can we talk again?" Girl, I listen. I'm sorry, but like that is the worst thing to happen. Is that when you're not actually a one-hit wonder, but no one knows any of your other songs, so you might as well be porting, poor porting. So that's
Wow.
my Kevin Campbell story. And
Yeah.
it's like it's not even like a big event. Like this was like there was maybe like 100 people in total. It's like a really
Hmm.
small little event, and he's performing at it. Okay, that's how far his career's fallen in Canada, in some little city in Canada. It wasn't even like a big Toronto show, right? And then on top of that, we didn't want to hear nothing but one song. So
That's all you all knew.
that's all we knew. Right. And I was like on the young scale, right? Like this was not, it's not like,
Yeah.
oh, well, because I was too young, maybe I don't know. Because the majority of people there were about 10 years older than me. Nope. No one knows you're sorry, bro. No one knows. But we all knew that Karen White song, every single word. We belted it out with him. So at least he got a standing ovation after that. Uh,
That's a shame. He had to sing a woman song. I'm not your superwoman. And it's a
right?
man. That's a darn shame.
That's terrible. It was. I felt for him. He sang a Bryant Midnight song too. Actually, he sang the
Oh, that's
VCR
good.
song. Yeah, the VCR programming song. One, you like a dream come true. Two, just want to be with you.
Yeah,
Three,
I can
yeah, it's like
understand that. Hmm.
yeah. No one else could either. But I guess we were all a little tipsy, so it was really fun at that time.
Wow.
Mhm. But
Mm.
now,
Mm.
so my little piece of news. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
I gotta say, y'all, I'm a horrible friend. I'm just gonna tell you that I'm a horrible friend. So Diamond, y'all saw her before. She comes and watches the show here sometimes. She's come out and watched the radio show. She has been the greatest friend ever. She's actually Mama Ruby's best friend, but she's also like one of my best friends. And she's an amazing friend. She's
Mm-hmm.
always there for me, always celebrates my birthday. And for the last 20 years I've known her,
Mm-hmm.
I think her birthday is around the end of November. Her birthday is not around the end of November, but I
Uh-oh.
always think it is. So I'm always like saying happy birthday end of November, start of December, around then, right? And she's like, my birthday was in October. But I never remember. But this year I remember, right?
Okay.
And so I was like, okay. No, her birthday's around the end of October, right, Mom? And she's like, yes, it's October 27th. So I decided to play a trick because that's so close to Halloween. It's trick or treat, right? So I didn't say nothing to her the whole day, just like I normally don't. But normally it's because I forgot, because I was waiting for today, because I knew today was also Vonda's birthday. That's right, our girl Vonda.
Woohoo.
So I figured I'm going to say happy birthday to two wonderful homegirls in
All
my life.
right.
Okay, Miss Vonda H and Miss Diamond. All right. This one's for you, okay? And this is the Mama Rubes happy birthday song, okay? I know y'all do your other one in America, but I'm doing the Mama Rubes one, okay? Ready? Christianity for you. All right, I stretched out. Okay. A happy birthday to you, a happy birthday to you. May each day of the year, may you feel Jesus near. A happy birthday to you, a happy birthday to you. The best that you ever had. The best that you ever had. Yeah. Yes. So happy birthday. You ladies deserve it. You know what I mean? Y'all have both been there for me in different ways. You know, Vonda, without Vonda on Fridays clutching her invisible pearls, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and be like, Ruby, no, I can't. Right? I don't know if I would have made it through 2021, right? So that was my little bit of news, y'all. Two wonderful ladies were born this week. Vonda today. So y'all make sure you keep sending her shots in the chat, right? You know what I mean? We want her to twerk good today. And that's
That's
my
right.
girl Diamond. So yes, she pops up in the chat because I made sure I sent her the link, right? It's just like,
Uh-huh.
she's my show on Fridays. Don't forget, like that kind of thing. So hopefully she's there listening. And if not, and she comes in like too late, I'll be like, rewind to the beginning because you
Yes.
missed it again. Right? Like, yeah, no. So
She got to get the intro.
exactly. I did the same thing, I think, with who was that? I think it was my best friend. Someone I didn't say it was my best friend. I didn't say happy birthday to her directly. I sent her the link to the radio show and I said it on the radio show, and like the whole show was about her, right? Like I had
Yeah.
remember that? Yeah. So I try to pull that game this year. So
Okay. Well, I hope
hmm
it works.
right? I ain't seen it so far, so I think I'm gonna be telling someone to rewind. But it's all right. It's all right. Because it's the thought that counts. And at least our girl Vonda was here to get her song live. All right.
That's right. Good deal.
Mhm.
All right. So, actually, Vonda had a request for this, and this is the most interesting thing because I didn't plan it, because I always
Mhm.
plan a week ahead, and
Mhm.
then she had asked about this, and I'm like, okay, I already have something planned. I'll just play it the following week, and I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, what a coincidence! Isn't this wonderful?
Mm. Awesome. Oh, I'm excited now. I can't wait to see what it is.
All right, so let me share it here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Mhm.
right.
Oh
And
gosh.
and I am so tickled because I know you're probably going to have something to say, and I'm going to just be tickled about it.
Girl, I'm not better. Just so everyone is clear, I still have the fever. I'm just as sick as I was last week. So hold on to your hats. 'Cause I
Uh-oh.
don't have more patience for people. Okay. And I have no filter. So let's do it.
We've
I'm
been
ready.
warned. We've
Right?
been warned.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's warm up to a little Friday dance. How about that?
That sounds good. Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Look at her. We gon' start this thing over. Duval in the middle of the night. Come on, come on. You a baby, baby, baby. You a baby, baby, baby. You a baby, baby, baby. I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life. Ain't no back and forth between you. I'm living my best life. Ain't no back and forth between you. You better run to me.
All right. I don't know what the brother did, but I'm happy he's out. I'm just so
Right?
happy for him.
Girl, I feel that, you know what I mean? Like, listen, okay, we're supposed to be living in a society where, you do the crime, you do the time. And then when you come out, you've already paid for your sins. Right? So
Right.
yeah, you should be doing a celebratory thing. Right? Like, yeah, that's right. And you can do it right in front of the jail because they can't take you back in just for being happy, right? So now me, I wouldn't be breathing until we were gone. Like I'm that one. I'm that one that fears they're gonna be like, whoa, hold on. I forgot you have a warrant in another state or some craziness, right? So I'd be like, get in the car, go. And I'd be like hiding, lowering myself down until we were on the freeway, right? Like, no. Then I'd be like, yeah, let's dance. But yeah, I'm too paranoid. You get me off of that property. I need to go. I don't know what's gonna happen. I need to go.
I hear you.
Mhm.
In case y'all change your mind.
Right? You don't know.
That's
Oh,
true.
sorry, sir. Well, we thought it was today. It's next week. I won't be here for that accident correction. Goodbye.
Pew, I'm gone. All right, let's see what this guy has to say. All right.
Yes. Let's 14.
How's in the building? Where you calling us from?
New York. Hold on. Damn. I got kids. Yes, I have 2 kids. Wait, I'm on the phone. Give me a second. Wait. No. I'm trying to find you a stepmom. Get out of here. Yeah, give me a second. No, for real. You can't be on Tinder. I'm not Tinder. Get out of here. Oh my God. Yeah, I have a 6-year-old. Give me a second, please. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have a 6-year-old and I have a 12-year-old son. That was my daughter. She swears she's my girlfriend. This is why I need to boss up a little bit.
Okay, you have a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old son?
Yeah.
Do they both live with you?
Nah, I'm co-parent.
You co-parent?
So, yeah, they stay with me a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Same mom?
Yes.
Same mom. Okay. Was you ever married? Okay.
No.
But you guys co-parent well?
Co-parent very well. It's like my homie now.
So she said you can't be on Tinder. So you be on Tinder a lot?
Nah, I don't know where she got that from. She be on YouTube a lot though, so I gotta watch that shit.
All right, this is Live New York, 2 kids, 6 and 12. When's your birthday?
January 31st.
That's a Aquarius, right?
Aquarius. I'm 6'1", 225. I know you'll be asking all that. I'll just tell y'all.
Let me tell you something. 6
I had a
feet
do-rag on. I took my do-rag off. I got like 3.5 haircuts left. I'm holding on. You know what I'm saying?
I like your personality. Oh, okay. Real quick. Men that are 6 feet and taller always be ready to say they hype, baby. They want you to know. So you 6'1"?
That's like average. I'm just saying, like, I know because they always gonna say in the comments, like, oh, how tall is he? How tall is he? So I threw my age and weight. I mean, my height, weight, all that shit.
Okay, so you 6'1"?
Yeah.
And how much you weigh?
225.
225. How old are you?
37.
37. And you told me your birthday. What do you do for a living, La?
I work at Burger King.
I don't believe you.
I don't know why nobody don't, but I be smelling like burger cologne all the time.
You don't work at Burger King.
I do.
No, you don't. And my thing is this. There's nothing wrong with working at Burger King. First things first.
I pay taxes.
I don't believe you work at Burger King. So where do you work?
If I had to get my uniform, I would, but I don't have it.
Go get your uniform. I'm going to need you to get your uniform.
I don't have it right now, Ken.
Exactly. So what do you do for a living? I'm going to hang up on you.
Ken, you want to hang up on me?
If you playing games with me, I don't want liars.
I
now,
really
listen,
do.
As our show is growing, people like playing games. We're not gonna play games. So what do you do for a living?
I really do, Kendra. Don't hang up on me. That's crazy.
What do you do at Burger King?
Now that's very biased. I do everything. I'm like a team player. I do the grill. I'm on the register. I wipe tables. I'm everything. I'm a team player. That's what I'm about.
You gotta get your uniform.
I'm not gonna go to my car.
Yes, you are. You're gonna go to your closet. Or I'm gonna hang up on you. You got to prove.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do. Go get your uniform. Because listen, I'm tired of people trolling tonight. Now
there's no trolling. I'm being very
go get your uniform. Then go get your uniform.
You want to stay on while I go get my uniform?
I'm gonna stay online while you go get your Burger King uniform.
I'm gonna walk to my car just for you.
Yeah, I need to see the Burger King uniform, and then we're gonna proceed.
Hold on, this is now you got me really walking all the way to my car.
Yep. Go to your car and go get it.
Kendra, I can't believe this. You ain't make nobody else put their uniform on.
Yes, you can believe it.
People say they corporate. People say they truck drivers. You don't say, let me see your truck. You got me walking to Burger King. You want me to get the spatula too?
I want you to get your uniform.
There's facts. You let me see your truck.
So I just want to see the uniform.
All right, hold on. Now I really ran to my. All right, which one you want to see? Look, this is my old school uniform. Wait.
We can't see. Can you go inside?
I'm gonna go inside with both my shirts.
We need light.
I am. I'm going inside with both my stuff. Just for you. Now you got me exposing my stuff. I thought it was gonna be a quick question. Now these chicks gonna be laughing at me. Oh, this nigga at Burger King.
We now listen. I like honest jobs, right? So it's in all sincerity. If you work at Burger King, you work at Burger King. I honestly just think if that's the case, you playing yourself low because you have such a great personality. There's other jobs that you could probably do, but people are saying you could be a franchise owner.
Now you don't.
Well, let me just see.
I'm not defined by my
Let me see what we got. Let me see the uniform.
All right, hold on.
Let me see the uniform.
I'm about to show you right now. Hold on. I'm gonna set you up again. Cause you got me.
Okay.
Here. All right. This is my first one. So I've been there for a while. Hold on.
Wait. Oh, now you know what? It could be my fault. It's be fuzzy. Oh, you do work at Burger King. Where's the Burger King symbol?
It's inside out. Look. I can't believe you got me showing my uniform now. Next nigga that come up in here, you better tell them to pull out their uniform. Niggas be capping, lying. I'm over here being my genuine self.
Okay. It says, okay. All right. So, okay. He does work at Burger King. All right. So, sorry if I offended you. What do you do at Burger King?
No. Can we pause? Can we pause? Can we pause?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to say this. He is exactly the type of tomfoolery I like. I actually like this dude.
Me too.
I'm gonna be favorable towards him because I like him. So whatever stupidness is gonna come out of his mouth, I'm probably gonna be unfairly biased in his favor. I'm gonna tell you all that off the bat. I like him. I think he's awesome. Now I'm gonna call Kendra out on this one. Okay? Because Kendra G is not normally perpetuating some bullshit, but she is here because I don't understand why it is that every damn person in these spaces is a six-figure nigga and I'm a high-value man and whatever. She don't call them out when they say they're marketing managers, they're this, they're that, whatever. Like, she's not sitting there trying to make them prove themselves, right? I don't understand why you think it's okay. Because he, unlike all the other line posing fronters, just told you, I work at Burger King. Yeah, that's what I mean. I work at Burger King. Like, first of all, who's trying to lie about that? What man do you know is going to actively lie about working at Burger King? Like, he knows what it means to be 37 working at Burger King. He's not a stupid man. We can tell that. Right? So it's not a selling point, no matter what you're trying to get from a woman. So why would he lie about that? But to me, I think like the fact that she's not calling out the majority who are lying, because there's no way that everyone who calls in is making $100,000 a year and all of them are working in corporate America and all of them own the trucking logistics business and all of them own a plumbing business where they're like, everyone is something huge and she doesn't question that. Now, I'll give some respect to her reason, right? Which is he seems really intelligent. He seems really likable and personable, and he's got this great personality. So she can't figure out he's 37, still working at Burger King, right? Like grown people who work at Burger King ain't shit. That's why they're still there. So I kind of get that part, but to me, it's wrong that she isn't calling out all of these people. You see them, they're scruffy as hell, they look broke as hell, they speak broke as hell, but they're telling you they're high value men and they earn 120K a year and blah, blah, blah. And you don't question them and you don't make them prove nothing. You don't say, where's your business card? You don't do anything like that to them. But you made this man do it? Like, that's wrong. That's just wrong. Mm-mm.
Well, to be honest, Ruby, hey Shar, hey Ruby. I don't want
Hey,
to
girl, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
thank you. Okay. Well, you know what? To be funny, the only reason why I think that Kendra did it is I don't think she believed him. When he first said it, when I first saw it, I was like, no, you don't. He's like, yeah, I work at Burger King. He's like, no, you don't. Go get your uniform. Where's your uniform? So I'm like, I didn't think she was going to really make him get it, but I think that is the only reason why she did it. It's because she just didn't believe him. She thought he was like, like pulling her leg.
See, I mean, obviously that's why, but my issue is this, right? So when we hear, if a woman says she's 37, okay, she's got 2 kids, one's 12, one's 6, right? And so she works at McDonald's, right? And we see her, she's beautiful, she's got a great personality, she seems fun loving and whatever. We don't go, you must be lying, girl. Come on, you don't work at McDonald's. We go, no, we understand why you work at McDonald's, right? Because you have these 2 kids to feed. That's your priority. Spending time with them is your priority, not climbing some corporate ladder or wasting money on your own education because you're thinking about your kids' futures. So you know what? You decided to settle down where you were at and climb up where you were at. And fine, you're not going to live a luxurious life, but it's enough to take care of your kids. We can rationalize that if a woman said it. Right. And I've even heard women do full streams saying, don't shame a Black woman who's grown working at McDonald's or this place just to take care of her kids. Right. Don't shame a woman who's still 45 stripping just to take care of her kids. Right. But when this man says, well, yeah, I got these 2 kids and I work at Burger King, then we're going, no, you must be lying. Like, what?
Now, wait a minute. I back up to the stripper who's 45 and still trying to feed her kids. You lost me on that. I was about to say, wait a minute. We do need to talk to her. We need to have a good talk with her.
I agree.
That's a different stream, though.
Yeah, right. No, I'm just saying, I see it all the time where it's like when we hear an older age and we see like all this promise and potential in this person and we think that they probably could have done something else, but then you give the mitigating factor of single parent, right? Everything's acceptable. We automatically put it into the right context and say, well, I understand how you got there, but we're not going to do it with this man. Like, that's my issue. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I do. I see what you're saying. But I was just being honest that I totally felt like she felt. And he's like, yeah, I'm shift leader at Burger King. Like, no, you don't work at Burger King. Yeah, I do. No, you don't. Yeah, I do. Go get your brown shirt. We want to see your brown shirt. Go and get it right now because I just do not believe you.
Yeah, I'm not certain what she was going through because she said she was tired of people trolling her. And she just could have just had enough. But this is the interesting part when it comes down to jobs. Now, this man clearly say he has children, and Burger King money. I don't know, Howard Packard money. Somebody, you got to get a paycheck for these children. So
right,
the man is doing that. So I'm like, okay, he can get it. There you go. He's pickable. Yeah.
Hey, he makes $16 an hour, right? What state does he live in? Because I mean, some of these states are really cheap to live in.
Yeah,
right?
and that's another thing, that the cost of living. The fact that he is gainfully employed with a full-time job and he is supporting himself and his children. I don't care where he works.
Okay, he's a winner already. He lives in New York.
Ooh. Is it like really outside the outskirts of New York?
That's it. I said the same thing. I was like, ooh,
The dude got a car. See, look at it. He's not in a you never know where a person is. There's many people that have been married, got divorced at 30, and be 37 years old working Burger King. Didn't mean they didn't have money at one time.
Right.
So we don't know.
Plus, like, let's be real now, and I can't tell you the stats on Burger King per se. Like, I looked it up just now to find the shift leader. But like, I know, for example, even just the manager of McDonald's, right, is making like 40 to 60,000 a year, and that's like manager at the location, right? And then from there, a lot of people are trying to become district managers. They're trying to start working at head office because normally these companies do actually hire from within, right, and keep raising. So if you're already there, and he said he had the old school uniform and the new school uniform, he was probably working there, jumped into that job, take care of kid number one, right? And then said, hey, you know what? I could make a career out of this without having to waste money on education and da 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 da. And it allows me to be home for my kids, right? It allows me that flexibility that maybe trying to build in the corporate world wouldn't. I mean, in fact, if anything, you get to like district manager of these companies, man, your shift is tiny. Like, you're barely working and you only work during the week and you finish by like 3. You know what I mean? So it can be a logical move, especially if you don't really care. And what did he say? He said, my work doesn't define me. And I'll be honest, like, for me, a man like this very much would appeal to me because money doesn't define anything for me. I don't care at all. If I'm not going to be homeless or starving, I don't care really what you're doing. I care that you're doing. So I care that you're motivated to get out of bed and to take care of things, right? Like, you're motivated to go get a job. You're motivated to work. You're motivated to do well. I love a person who's going to work at Burger King, but be the best damn Burger King employee on the face of the planet, because that's how I am. Right. So that attitude actually very much appeals to me. That's exactly the attitude I was looking for as well in a father for my children. Right. Because it's not about you, I make 120 grand a year. I don't care. What kind of person are you? Right. And like, he's such a lovely person. I told you I'm biased for him. I'm pretty anti-Kendrick G.
What got you? The fact that he had on a shirt?
That was part of it. No. No, you know what? But at the beginning, before he started talking, I was like, oh God, I already see this guy. Right. But no, actually, as soon as he said it, it's his personality. His personality is just so, to me, is so sparkly and vivacious, and he's so down to earth. He seems like he's very honest and jovial and just chill, loves his kids. Like, I love everything. I love everything he's shown so far. I can't wait to see what else we see, because I see what the rest of the title is. So let's go.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Now serving.
All right. Number 7.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
I do everything. I'm a team player. I told you.
Okay. Are you okay? All right. He works at Burger King. He showed us his uniform. They say you also have an OnlyFans page.
Yeah, tell him click it. Tell him click it and check it out. OnlyFans? I mean, if I tell people, then they ain't gonna pay for nothing, so it make no sense.
Okay. He has OnlyFans page. Let's continue. All right. So this is La in New York. He has 2 kids, 6 and 12, an Aquarius, 37, 6'1", 225, works at Burger King. All right.
That sounds good on paper until you got to that Burger King. Damn, you might as well scratch that one.
What kind of woman are you looking for, baby?
Just a loyal, good personality. I don't really ask for much, and just could cover your own weight pretty much, and I got everything else.
Okay, loyal, good personality. You can cover your own weight. Does she have to be in New York?
To take seriously, yes. But
okay.
To date and chill, nah, not really.
Okay. Well, what are you looking for? Do you want somebody serious, or you want somebody to date and chill?
Eventually, I want somebody. I mean, I'm getting older, so if I meet you, I would prefer to meet you. Then we start off as friends and shit, and then we'll build from there.
Okay. All right. So, what's some deal breakers for you?
Definitely smoking cigarettes. I really don't have too many crazy deal breakers, and possibly like wanting a kid right away.
Do you want more kids?
You gotta be like super amazing to make me want to have another kid. Cause I got like a boy and a girl. I'm kind of tapped out. I'm ready to take my nuts and chuck it. So yeah.
That was great.
But you have to give it to him. He's saying, look, you know, she can't have, want kids right away. No. Well, I'm tapped out. Because he's thinking. He's actually
thinking ahead, right?
right.
Yep.
He's actually responsible and in his children's life financially.
Right. I don't think it's just the financial, right?
No.
I
I'm
think it's
saying that he's financially invested in his children because he's counting. He's like, shoot, these two. But continue.
Oh, no, definitely, right? But I think actually the biggest factor, because if he was just financially in his children's lives, but not mentally and emotionally and physically, I think that's when they go, maybe, in a couple of years, my 12-year-old will be 18, and then, I only have to pay for the one. But the thing is that he's not that kind of father that he thinks that, well, you just give them money. He's investing his time. Right. And that's what he said. The thing, his driving force is in his job. It's obviously his family, his kids, which means he's investing the time and energy too. So it's like your entire world is these kids. You don't get to be tired. You don't get to be sick. You don't get to say later because you know what? When your kids need you, you got to be there. The homework, the school plays, the making the costumes. He's all about that life. And it's like, do I want to do that again from diapers?
Right.
Right? It's like he's considering the way women would. I think, honestly, when you hear about single mothers saying, I'm about done, right? They're not talking about the financial load, right? They're talking about everything else. Because even if they met a multimillionaire, they still are not trying to have another kid because it's not about that. It's about everything else. And they're like, I'm tired, man.
Yeah, there's a physical and emotional component.
Right.
Yeah,
and he's a good
refreshing.
father.
Yeah, it's so refreshing to hear that because you don't hear. I mean, just think this is how long it's been running. Shoot, where's the number? 7 minutes. And shoot, you subtract maybe 3 of them. He was already picked.
Yep.
They're like, me, take me out. I want to go out with you already. From just a little bit he said, just think about hours and hours on panels, and you like, no.
Yeah.
And you know all about them according to the person, and they got lots of money and all those things, but they don't say things that's realistic,
Right. Yep. I'll tell you, if he didn't have kids, right, and it's a weird catch-22, right? Because I love the fact that he's this loving, devoted, invested father. You can only know that about someone once they have the kids, because it's one thing for you to say, it's another thing for you to do it. But like I said, for me, the idea of investing in a man and his kids, especially if he doesn't want more, and I want children, and then we're creating the Brady Bunch kind of home, and then on top of that, what if we break up? I can't do. Right. I was never able to do men with kids. But, for me, as far as him, oh, yeah, he's pickable. I would have picked him for sure. 100%. I would have picked him.
Yep. And bring me some onion rings home.
Yeah. I love Burger King. Bro, he probably knows how to make an angry chicken and an angry Whopper from scratch. He can teach me.
That wouldn't work for me because I have never ever liked Burger King. I hate Burger King. I freaking hate Burger King. I did not care if it was flame broiled. I did not like Burger King. Their fries suck. Their hamburgers are even worse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, you got to try an angry chicken or an angry Whopper. Especially the angry chicken is a better one, but an angry chicken or an angry Whopper. That is the best fast food sandwich ever made in life. I'm telling you, I ate it even though I'm allergic to components of it. That is how good the angry chicken and the angry Whopper are. Bro, oh my God, best burgers ever. Oh, oh. And he could teach me, y'all. He could teach me what is in that magical concoction. I don't even like chicken sandwiches. I don't like chicken
Dang.
sandwiches, but I love the angry chicken. And it's
Ruby
breaded,
is
and I'm
stuck on
allergic to
this
gluten.
dude and his angry chicken. Girl,
Yep,
okay.
girl. I'm telling you, and because they only bring it around for like a limited time, and then they take it off the
Right.
menu, and then it
Mhm.
makes me sad, and I can't wait till it comes back. Right, back in my drinking days, man, I had an angry chicken and an angry Whopper every day, every single day. Yeah, sometimes two. Yeah. That just boosted him. In my opinion, that just boosted him. Right there. Burger King. Right? Other ones that would have worked would have included Popeyes. 'Cause I like me some Popeyes chicken. Not McDonald's. You know, the funny thing is that McDonald's fries are good, but like McDonald's food isn't food at all. Like in any
Yeah.
context. It's just I don't know. But
It's
actually I hate Wendy's
a,
worse.
it's a pile of preservatives.
Yes, it is. Wendy's for sure no, because their basic burger is covered in mayonnaise, and I'm like anaphylactic shock allergic to eggs. So, and
Mm.
plus I've always hated the square burger idea. I think it's unnatural. Burgers don't come in squares, right?
You know what, Ruby? You're such a snob. You know that square idea was very unique, and I kind of liked it. And I would like bite the little corners off and make it round just because I could, you know, as a little kid. But
It don't make
you
no
like
sense.
to have
The bun
Ruby
ain't
is one of the
square.
people. Well, I like the fact that Wendy's burgers were, you know, fresh and never frozen. So that was a big deal. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
great. That makes a big deal, you know, to me. And I think Wendy's fries were much better than Burger King.
Yes.
But McDonald's had the best fries until like in the 90s when they changed the formula. I think they changed the grease that they fried them in, and they became different. They're not the same anymore. They used to
They
be able
did.
to hold their heat, but now those things get cold the minute you walk away from the restaurant if you're in the drive-through.
It's peanut oil. It's because it was some type of nut oil that they had. Not it, like they had a concoction of oils, and there was a little bit of nut oil. So when peanut allergies became a huge thing, right, then they had really no choice at that point because they were going to lose money
Yeah.
otherwise. But I agree with you. There's that issue there. Like without the heat, they're worthless, and they also can't be reheated. Right?
Oh
Like
no,
there's
don't you
Yeah.
dare think about throwing them in the microwave. You're wasting your time. You
Yeah.
are
nope.
wasting your time. That's a bust. If you don't eat them while they're hot, just throw those little styrofoam sticks away because they're no good.
Straight trash. They can't be. You know what the word? No, this is how you know McDonald's food isn't food because you can't really reheat fries in a microwave. Period. But normally you can reheat them in an oven or in an air fryer, and then they come out crispy and delicious again. McDonald's fries do not. Okay, they cannot be reheated. They're like one-time use only fries. Okay, once they get cold, they are trash. That's it. The fry activation system is out as soon as it gets cold. You cannot heat them in the oven. You cannot heat them in the air fryer. They cannot be reheated. They can't. There's just no. They're
And
not
that's
food.
only because with those fries, and I'm going to tell you, with those fries, there's a certain amount of moisture that's no longer in them that used to be with the other like with the Wendy's. Wendy's do have because the oil is different. There's a certain
Right.
amount of moisture that's still with the fries, like they can kind of steam if they're sitting on top of each other in the bag, you know, closed up, they kind of steam on each other. You know, but with those, they won't do it. The minute they get cold, that it's a wrap. That's it. But Wendy's, they have a different oil. That's why I still can deal with the Wendy's, but they starting to do some different stuff too. So I'm like, you know what? I just got to make my own fries. I got to make my own fries.
The best fries now, and again, I don't know because sometimes stuff is different in America. So you know, just hold it out there. But KFC and Taco Bell are owned by the same place, and to me, the best fries besides New York fries are their fries. Their fries are spectacular. Like I can eat the KFC fries all day. And I remember in the 90s, they were just a soggy, gloppy mess. Like you could not eat KFC fries. It wasn't really fries. It was more like mashed potatoes
Yeah.
with the skin on or something.
Those are the different ones, because even Jack in the Box have those. Those are the wedge fries. When you have a wedge fries, you have a little bit bigger, fry, and it does hold a little bit more moisture, and it gives you the taste of that potato. It's not so, airy. It's a potato. It's really a potato. So that's why I like KFC fries, and I like the wedges from Jack in the Box.
And
We hit
Taco
on
Bell
fries,
fries
you
is the
guys.
same
Where did that
fries.
come from? We're on fries. We're supposed to be looking at this beautiful
Because
man.
He
And
made us hungry.
yeah,
sure
because
did.
he could bring us free food.
Yeah.
So we were just it's a very
Well,
natural
you
transition.
and your chicken, you definitely could, make it spectacular for you with the chicken.
Facts. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, I'm sorry, you're right. I derailed this whole conversation. All right, brother, I got your back. You see me, right? I got your back. I'm already married, right? But like I got cousins and sisters, and so we were something else. Don't worry about it. All right. Okay. I don't like my sisters
Like, I
now.
don't
No
need
way.
that. I don't want to make another. I don't want to have another baby mother. That life is ghetto. Or that baby mama, baby daddy life, that shit ain't it. So if I was to get married, you know what I'm saying, good salaries, house, everything together, maybe I'll sacrifice.
Okay. Now, do you want to get married?
Yes.
You do want to get married. Okay, you want to get married. So this is live in New York. Did I ask you your deal breakers?
Nah, you're not.
You said you want. Okay, so you told me you didn't want to have a baby. Anybody that
Oh
wants
yeah,
to have a baby.
that's part of like deal breakers. Yeah.
Okay, so you already said you don't want anybody that wants to have a baby right away. What's another deal breaker?
Like bad nails, bad feet. Like if you got like them digging the butt fingers, I don't like that shit.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't want to touch a woman's hand for like I'm touching another nigga hand. I ain't with that. No.
What's digging the butt fingers?
I'll pay
I don't
this
even
shit.
know.
You know them nails were like.
He about to explain that thing.
So you chew up this part and you like mad strips of. Yeah, don't touch me. Ooh, don't touch me, bitch.
Don't call her B. Don't call
I'm
her.
sorry. B is all love. It's like when I say the N word. It's all love. Take it
No,
back.
it's not. Yeah. No, it's good. Any other deal breakers live?
That's pretty much it. Just gotta come be yourself and have a great personality. I got no real crazy deal.
Okay. Could she have children?
Absolutely. I'm ready to love somebody baby mother down. Facts. If that nigga did you dirty, come holler at me. Bring the baby mamas here.
You said bring the baby mamas here?
Yeah, because I'm not big on wanting to have another kid, so I'll take somebody who's already, and they got a lot more love to bring too, and they understanding of your schedule. So, a lot of things happen when you got children. Everybody can't go on dates and do this, so I understand that. So time is the essence when you got children. So when we make time for ourselves, we be good.
Okay, you came in describing yourself with your height and your weight. Do you have any appearance requirements?
I'm not even gonna lie. It's like you ain't gotta be no like supermodel, and you gotta be like in shape. You gotta be in shape. I gotta be attracted to you. I don't want nobody too fat. I don't want nobody too skinny. Like, you got that good in between. I like that. I work out here and there. I drink. So I want you to live life, have fun. But let's walk on the treadmill occasionally. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, Lai, you got an awesome personality. Like, I really like your personality a lot. So let me ask you this. When was your last relationship? Was it your child's mom?
Yeah.
So when did y'all break up?
Like 5 years ago.
So that was your last relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to answer this question, but I'm gonna ask. When was the last time you had sex?
Like a couple of days ago.
Couple days ago. So that person a couple days ago, why can't you be in a relationship with them?
Because she got her own situation and shit. I'm like comfort dick, so I'm just here for her.
We start say that one more time.
You all right, Ruby? You okay?
Oh, good. I expected this.
Oh, okay. Just checking. All right, here we go.
Comfort dick. You know how when women don't want to add a new body, so they call the nigga they fuck with already that's single. So I'm comfort dick. Like I'm tired of being used. I don't want to be no more comfort dick.
Wait a minute. So this is a girl you once dealt with?
Yeah.
And
So she don't want to add another body to her resume. So she'll call somebody who she got a situation, that nigga fuck up. She call a nigga who crack jokes and can fuck a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that's
And
exactly
that's
what I was thinking.
For now.
For now.
Yeah. Comfort dick.
I never heard of that term before, a lot.
I didn't know there was a name for it.
I know, pretty sure you have homegirls. They don't go looking for new, you know what I'm saying, sexual
Well,
partners.
listen, no, I understand. Here's the deal. I understand what you're talking about. And yes, I'm a grown-ass woman. I know of that. I just never heard of the term.
Oh, the name?
Thank you, Kendra.
I never heard of the term comfort. I would say penis. That's what I would say. I never heard of comfort penis before as the slogan. We called for it.
I don't know. I got taught that too. Like, that's what I heard from a female. Said it's called comfort dick. Like, they spin the block instead of adding another body. They go back and find that old thing.
So La, you sure you ready to settle down with one person?
Why not? Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that's what you desire.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Eventually.
what's your age range? What's the age range you want to date?
A mature late 20s, to about mid 40s probably.
No, have you been listening to YouTube? You can't be over 25. Did you know that?
But see, that's the thing. He said, I don't want no kids. So, if anything, right, I'm glad he's realistic.
This dude is very easygoing. He already is, hey, I have kids. Hey, don't mind if she has kids. You got some dudes come up there with 8 kids. Oh, she can't have no kids. What?
Mm-hmm. Right?
You got 7 kids with 5 different women and she can't have no kids?
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's realistic. Not only does he have kids himself, but he knows he doesn't want more kids. So it's more likely he's going to be able to find something long-lasting and fulfilling with another woman who already has kids. Because you might get with a woman who's in her late 20s or mid-20s and says, I don't want kids either, right? But then she's going to get to her mid-30s and the biological clock is going to start booming, right? And then at that point, now, there's like an expiration date on those relationships. So he's very reasonable to me, right?
Yeah.
Very, very reasonable. Wilhelmina,
Hey.
after the show's done, you need to go back and listen to the very beginning, starting from when I got on the panel. Thank you very much. So now anyway, but here's my thing about this. I agree with the position he's taken.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fearless. There are women. This is like he's like a male jump off. You know what I mean? Like he's a male jump. That's what male jump offs really are, because men and women are looking for 2 different things when the relationship falls apart, or when their man or the woman ain't giving them what they need, but they don't want to leave. Right? They're looking for different things. Right? So the jump off is like the sexual prowess girl, and she's all about and she's uncomplicated, she's not looking for anything from you, she fluffs up your ego, right? And you use that for a little while until you're ready to get back on the real train. Women do the same thing, right? We don't want every time we break up with someone for our body count to go up 5-6 people, right? So we got to find one person to scratch that itch. Normally you want something you're comfortable with, that works well for you, that is discreet, right? That's clean, and that's not complicated.
And you know what? I don't see a problem with that. That doesn't, it only makes sense. People don't necessarily, break up because the sex is not good. There are a whole lot of other issues that they have. Sometimes they stay together too long because the sex is good,
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to get past their differences, and it's like, hey, I got this little itch and I need a scratch, but she's not trying to run out and go find some strange dude at a bar. She's going to go back to the comfort of a man she was once with. someone that she trusts. So be it that they could not be in a relationship, any longer, but they are behaving like adults, because nobody's popping up pregnant. It's not like, oh, we were just creeping with each other and then I got pregnant. No, I mean, they're being responsible. It's like, okay, we're being safe. And he's not necessarily saying that he has like 5 girls on the rotation that he does this with. He feels just as comfortable with her. Not that a man needs to be comfortable with a woman to stick his penis in her.
Well, but maybe he does, because for him, he's got the kids, right? And so because he has the kids, there's that added factor. You don't necessarily want the crazy psycho chick. You don't want to risk that, or the chick who might be filthy out there and give you all kinds of diseases that, so in a way, it's probably very mutually beneficial for him. Well, I haven't found the right thing yet, but I know that this chick, our relationship didn't work, but she's clean. Right? She's not going to bring anything, and she's not crazy. Right? So it's like, it's mutually beneficial, mutual comfort.
That's something that I call, and I've always called this, like with my friends, I've always called it in the meantime, because, people talk about the past and they talk about the future, but what are people doing right now? So there is such a thing as in the meantime. So while he's, thinking and looking for someone to date, in the meantime, he's still getting it in with the last chick that he was with, so to speak, because that's what yeah, well, with a chick he was getting it in with before, put it that way.
Right. You got that one chick. Right. Like, for example, right? So little Ruby story time. Sorry, Mama Rubes and company. But when, I was younger, right? So like, now, to be fair, my comfort was not, intercourse, right? Like, getting a little ahead. So when me and my boyfriend would break up, you know what I mean? Because I had one boyfriend, we broke up a lot of times when we got back together, right? Or like in between boyfriends or whatever, right? All of a sudden I got time to hang out with this friend, right? Obviously not a friend, gives amazing head, right? And I know this was gonna end up. We're gonna have some drinks, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get some head, I'm gonna go home. So, in that way, I don't have to go out there exploring for anybody new. I don't have to risk, falling in love with someone, getting my heart broken again, because I'm not ready for all of that right now. I'm not even ready to move on. But you know what? I need an itch scratched. He's very good at scratching that itch. I trust him. I know he's not going to shame me out in the streets. I'm comfortable with my body around him. You know what I mean? I feel safe as far as he won't violate my limits and whatever. And so we cool, right? And I went, that was kind of the person. It's not like I had multiple of those. That was a person for like, a decade. Right? Like, once I found him and then we didn't work out, every time I broke up with someone new, I was like, hey, want to hang out? We haven't seen each other in so long. Right?
And he's going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
They
right?
always
That's what
say
he's there for. Always say yeah. And I mean, to be fair, he had a girlfriend throughout the whole time I ever knew him. He eventually married her and had like 7,000 kids with her. Yeah. Yeah, and like she knew he was cheating on her all the time, because she would call all the time. And then, you're cheating on me. What are you talking about? Oh my God, I'm sitting right here watching TV. You can hear the game on the TV. Well, that doesn't mean there's not a girl in your bed. I'm the girl in your bed, so I know. But so she knew, but for some reason, they just stuck like glue from middle school until present day. This is like a 30-year-old relationship already, right? But, he did his thing. I was one of the things he liked to do. So when I didn't have a relationship going, and what's funny? Let me tell you a story. So when I finally gave that up, and I said, listen, I'm going to move through life like a mature, responsible adult, right? So when I break up with someone, now I'm going to take time to be alone and process it and work through my problems and, not just try to drown it out. And anyway, he had reached out to me and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't get together with you. And he was like, wait, what? Yeah, no. Oh, so you're with someone? No. Okay, I need to see you. No. He showed up in my building. Like, I need to talk to you. And it was like this whole dramatic scene from it was like a soap opera or something. He was so like, how dare you cut off my source? Like, that's how he kind of was. Like, he wasn't like, the provider, but he was really upset that I had like severed that tie. I'm like, no, I just I'm in, you know what I mean? I'm an adult now. I don't want to do that. And he was really upset about it, right? Like it's like he liked being my comfort lips. I don't know
Mhm.
how you work with that, right? So I guess you get into those patterns and those roles, and in a way, it's like I really like you. I actually kind of want to be with you, but not be with you, be with you. So I like having a role in your life. Do you know what I mean? I think it's almost like that. Like I like having a role in your life, even if it's in limited quality or
Mhm.
quantity. I like having a role. I like knowing that I'm going to be able to have you back, or I like knowing that I'm the one who gives you the comfort. I like knowing that I'm the one who's better than your ex. You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. I think that there's an ego boost component to it as well.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because he's pleasing.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm. All right, let's listen to a little bit more,
All right.
shall we? Okay. Oh,
Mid 40s.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say 29 to 45.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, 29 to 45. This is live in New York, Brooklyn, New York, right?
Hell no. Queens.
Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm seeing excuse. It's all right, girl.
I guess you're giving me some LL Cool J vibes. LL Cool J's from Queens.
Yeah, that's the big homie.
Okay. So Queens, he has two children, 6 and 12, same woman. They co-parent well. He's an Aquarius. He's 37, 6'1", 225 pounds. Last question. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Damn, it's kind of hard to answer this question without never sounding cocky or whatever. But
Now, this
like
is
I
the
said,
moment you can't. This is the actual one moment you should sound cocky.
I'm just saying I'm a chill dude. Like you said, I think I got a good sense of humor. You know, I think I'm okay to be around, and you know, I'm just a vibe. I think I'm a vibe. I'm a cool vibe. I don't never get no complaints about my energy. So I bring good positive energy and jokes, and that's it.
And there you have it. So let's do it. Give them your Instagram name, babe.
Handsome 15.
Handsome 15 is the IG. Handsome 15, easy to remember. He's 6'1", 225. We don't usually give that out, but he offered that information when he came on. He's 37. He lives in Queens, New York. I can't remember. Do the woman gotta be in Queens? You said she gotta be in Queens to be taken seriously, right?
Nice. Nice said she got to be in Queens. I said I prefer New York.
Oh, New York. If you want to take her, so somewhere in the New York area.
Yeah, if you want to get like, you know, in order to build that long distance relationship, somebody's gonna eventually have to make that move. So,
Okay.
like I said,
So did you watch earlier? Did you see Bree that was up here? Top model. She's still in the comments.
Yeah, I see Bree. Bree want a kid though, so
I enjoyed you so much tonight, Bree. You definitely beautiful. You definitely fine. You have a great job. I mean, working in New York City is not easy to do, and you got a good job in New York City. You're strong-minded. I think any guy would be lucky to call you his girl.
Okay, let's go. Baby, hurry up.
You ready to have a baby?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, you don't want no more kids?
he says no. Now a lot of guys like, yeah, I'm gonna go out with it. Yeah, yeah. And then something happened, and then it's her fault or whatever.
She chose wrong.
But he's like, hey, I'm not even going in that direction because that's what she wanted. I heard what she had to say, and I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
I give it to him for that.
Mm-hmm. You know, my mind just keeps flashing back to one
Your
piece of
mind is telling
information.
you no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, in a way, right? Because my mind keeps going back to the OnlyFans that we're just not talking about at all, like it never happened. But this dude did say that he has an OnlyFans, and he would not tell us what's on it.
Right. He wants you to go over there and click and see, what he cooking.
Now, what do we think he's cooking over? Like, do we think he's a stripper, porn star, sharing recipe secrets? Like, what do we think he's doing over there?
Well, you can imagine that, but I'm thinking also, because of his sense of humor, I'm thinking he's also um, joking with people, and yeah, I think he's doing a little bit of that. He might, I don't know.
I would hope, in my mind, in the way that my mind works, I would hope that he was over there, doing that. But, when you hear the word only fan, it's not attached to sitting there watching, Dave Chappelle. You're not
Mm-hmm.
sitting there watching this dude tell jokes. He's giving up a little bit of extra something
Yeah.
for the fee that, he providing something.
Well, that's what I listen. He reminds me a lot of my whole friend that I was telling y'all about, right? With the comfort lips. Now, well, I think he's a hoe because he was a hoe. Like, I mean, I swear to God, like he had been in and out of so many different random chicks and whatever. He liked me because I was a virgin, so it's like, oh, I could be up down there and not, worry about you slept with some other guy yesterday or whatever. So that's kind of how we got into our thing. And he was really interested in doing it. But he's very interested in doing lots of things. And he had, like, he was sleeping, and I met him because he was my friend's older brother. But he was sleeping with, like, many of our friends. Like, he told me about some of them. Now, to be clear, this man, I never would have slept with him. And he knew he was never going to sleep with me because he was literally like, if you look at your forearm, okay? Look at your forearm right now, from your elbow to your wrists, okay? And then you see that length and you see that thickness. That was about him. Okay. There was no way that was ever gonna happen. Like ever. He was like abnormally large. Now,
Oh,
maybe this
heck.
guy's not right, I know. But he was also just like this guy. He was, complete clown, jokester, totally sweet, fun loving, really cared about the ladies and taking care of people. Yeah, I take care of you girls. Like all the stuff that he said, he just reminds me so much of that guy. Here's the other part about it though, is that from what I understand with the chicks who are out there with this, the casual sex culture pervasively, when they take up some comfort D or whatever, they're normally looking for someone who is well endowed. Should we put it that way? Well endowed? Well endowed. Right? Because
Got lots
you're
of
not,
meat on the burger.
yeah, right? Because you're not trying to go for
Yeah.
like, the little mini pinky to get your rocks off in between a guy. Like that also was like a waste, right? You don't go back to the mini pinky. You go back to the magic one. The magic. I got the magic stick, right?
Magic stick. Okay.
Okay. So I think he's got some worth selling image wise. He's keeping himself. He's like 6'3" and 225. That means he is fit as hell. Okay, he's probably got the 8-pack, the body, whatever, and I think he keeps himself that way because I think he's basically like an online Chippendale. That's what I think he is. I think he's an online Chippendale. I think he strips. I think he does.
So you think he's slanging a little something? Because I mean, to be comfort dick, like you say, you just can't be the pinky finger, to comfort her. She got to know it's there. So obviously, he's not working with just your average package. So with that, he's got the decent package. He's got, like you say, the 8-pack. Very light personality, and fun to be around. Oh, he's a gigolo. He's a gigolo.
Yes.
That's a gigolo.
Yep. Yep. I honestly think he is. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying I think that's what he's doing. That's why he's cool with his Burger King job. You know what I mean? Like, the kids need to blah blah blah, and it's going to be $20,000 this year. All right, cool. I'll just put in a little overtime at OnlyFans. Yeah, he's all right.
Anyone want to go over there and click? No, that's all right.
I kind of do. If you gave me the link, I would click on it just to see what I see.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah,
right.
I don't know either. He probably will say it, but I don't know.
Yeah, like for research purposes, of course, right?
Yeah, read and search. Just want to search.
Plus, I'm nosy. Right, so like I'm dying to know. If someone gave me that link, I would probably pay the $5 just to get on there to see which one of us is right. For research purposes, though.
Who's right? Show me, prove it. I want to see that I'm right. Am I wrong, really?
Right?
You gotta search
I gotta see
it.
myself. Yeah.
What's that? Your what she say, Missy Elliott?
Oh,
Something about a
is
search
it
it.
worth it? Let me work it. Thing we gotta flip it and reverse it. It's your flip. It's your flip. You gotta be. Ooh, let me work it. Find out how I gotta work it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought she said search it. My bad. Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
yeah, she did. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Okay. If you gotta think, woo, let me search it to find out how I gotta work it. It's your flip. I did a cheerleading routine once to that song, so know it off by heart. But yeah,
Okay.
that's fun. Oh, and for the record, BGS, I would just like to say I was not a jump off. I had a jump off. There's a difference.
Uh-oh. Correct me, girl. Let him know. Don't come over here spreading that. No.
Right?
He was the
That's
jump off.
Thank you. He was the jump off. I had a jump off. So yes, I engaged in jump off culture. Okay. But I was the jumper, not the jumpy.
Yeah.
Right? Thank you. Okay.
All right, corrections have been made. All right.
I feel better about that.
Yeah. Let's see what he got to say and see if we can get the page.
I told you it got to take it to the end. She want one now, so. And mine is just too much.
Okay. Who's that in the background?
That's one of his babies.
Say hello, Bonnie. It's my girlfriend. Excuse me.
Wait, put the phone back on her real quick. Do you think your daddy is a good catch?
What you thinking about?
What's something nice? What's something nice about your daddy? What's something nice about your daddy?
He's normally fruity.
What?
He's
normally what?
He's normally fruity.
Oh, he's normally pretty. Okay. He said you're normally pretty.
And that's the truth because you always want to cuddle up with Peter.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Handsome 215. I think it is.
No.
Handsome 15.
15. 15.
Handsome 15. All right, ladies, you know what to do. Go to his D.
Okay, handsome. What did he say? 25?
15.
15. Yeah, 15.
That's his Instagram. So you can look for that. Nosy.
10, 15. Just for research purposes, y'all. Just for research purposes. So,
and make sure you come back and share your findings.
Oh no, definitely for sure, right? I mean, fun finding
if you want. I mean,
oh yeah, no, definitely for sure, Shy, because you gotta share. I'm on my phone, right? Share it with y'all.
Let me. It's just a few more seconds. I'll play this out.
Okay.
Go to his comments and let's see what it does. Live, keep me posted how this goes. And listen, what Burger King you work at? Because I know you showed me that. I just think in person.
I DM and tell you because I don't want nobody coming asking for free onion rings and shit like that. I can't be giving it out. I ain't trying to get fired.
And he knows.
All right, baby, keep me posted how it goes.
All right.
You know we want them onion rings.
Oh my God, Shar, you have to. You have to pull this
want
up.
Them onion rings. You know it.
Oh my God, you have to pull this up.
I thought she said fruity too. I thought she said fruity, but she was like pretty. I thought she said fruity also.
Yeah, I did too. That was the first thing I thought. Shar, you have to do this. You have to go onto this Instagram. Okay, then you have to click the OnlyFans link. I promise you will not lose your channel. No, seriously. Bro, this was the greatest thing I've ever seen. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
What is his name again?
Handsome 15.
Are you're watching it right now, Ruby?
Girl, I tell you, I clicked that link. I'm looking directly at it. So first go to the Instagram page and then open it up so everyone can see the Instagram page and then click on the link so everyone can see it.
I need you to show me which one. So let me share right now.
Okay.
Let's see how you do this stuff.
Me too, Meek. I'm looking. I'm there. I'm too. Where it be? I just want to, look at your research, Ruby. That's all. I just want to see the research that you have.
Right?
Analyze your research.
I'm just trying to help y'all out. That's all, like no big deal. No big deal. Just trying to help my sisters out.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I don't know. You could tell me. I got it up now, I think.
Um,
Am I sharing the screen?
let me look and see if that's the same page.
All right.
No,
So
that's
now I gotta type his name in.
oh, okay. I'm like, that doesn't look like his page.
All right. So we got a couple of them.
It just says LA.
I would say Law because he said his name was Law. So I would think
Yeah,
it's
LAH. Yeah. Okay. So this is him. Yeah. Now in the bio there at the top, it says, "Click for my OnlyFans." Right there, OnlyFans link. Okay. Click that link. Click that link. Seriously, click the link. Click the link. Click the link.
Okay.
I promise you ain't gonna lose your channel. Click the link. Promise. Promise.
I clicked it. What happened?
Oh, no one can see. Oh, okay. You got to open it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got to share that page so everyone can see his OnlyFans. You see? Start seeing it now. You see, it's got a giggling, y'all. It's got a giggling. Watch, y'all see.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, that was the right link. I tried 4 times. I was like, oh damn. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, you know what? I done pulled out my phone now because y'all not gonna tease me. That's what you're not gonna do. I'm not gonna be teased. I am not gonna be teased and just dangling it. Just dangling all over my face. It's just dangling, and I'm like, wait a minute,
you see this, Wanda? Look. This is his OnlyFans link. Bro, for those of y'all who ain't looking, okay, so we click on the OnlyFans link, and it's a picture, right? It's a white screen. Jesus is leading in from the left side.
God.
And it says,
literally.
Just so you know, I'm very disappointed in you.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that is hilarious. I like that even more.
Right? Yo,
because look. Okay, listen. Let's just go rewind about 10-15 minutes. We were like, oh well, he's got the 8-pack. He's probably, he's probably working a little bit more than average. Yeah, he's a maintenance man. He's putting in that work. And then we get a picture of Jesus. That is hilarious. I'm loving it.
A picture of Jesus telling us that he's very disappointed in us.
Because we were waiting for the dirty. We were waiting for the dirty. And I almost feel like I need to go to church just for what I was even thinking. And you know what? I'm thinking you guys have seen some. Y'all over there looking at stuff that I didn't get a chance to see. And I'm like, what? Oh, they not fair. I'm pulling out my phone, trying to get to it. Oh Lord, you know what? I need a prayer cloth right now. Oh my God, that is funny. That is funny. I like that even better. That's
right?
classic. That
was amazing. Like,
yeah.
He's funny. He's clever.
Because
funny.
What did he say when he was talking to Kendra? Go on and click it. Go on and click it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's very disappointed. You dirty-minded people.
Shame on us. Shame.
Right? And the worst part, because I'm scrolling through his page, right? And he doesn't have nothing crazy on his page. Like, he's wearing clothes, nothing like, oh, he's flexing, nothing. You can kind of see based on the clothes he wears. He wears like slim cut clothes and stuff, right? That he is clearly in shape. He takes care of himself, right? He really is a tall, good looking, handsome dude. But he ain't on the whole flex or none of that, right? He's not about that life. So when he says Jesus and him are very disappointed in y'all, he means it.
So ashamed. Just so ashamed.
Oh, that was so good. Oh my
That was
God,
very
that was
good. That was very, very good. That was classic. I love it. So I'm just like, you know what? Just go sit down.
right.
Go
That's what I'm saying.
sit your tail down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He got his Ike turn on.
Yo, I'm telling you, if I had a cousin, whatever, I would be like, yeah, listen, you need to go for this guy. If someone who already has kids, they don't want more kids, 100%. He's amazing.
You know what?
I-
It's
Mhm.
so it's a trip because just based on the way he presented himself. So let's start there. Let's just start there, ladies, with the presentation of this man versus what we've seen in the past weeks.
Right.
Okay, his presentation was so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the
Yes.
gate. And he does have a nice personality. And I'm not going to say the other guys didn't have nice personalities. Because they basically told you what they wanted you to know. And, and if the stuff they were telling you was like stuff that you didn't want to know, that wasn't going to be the person you would pick if this is something you're doing, looking at these, shows and trying to, find someone to pick. For me, I just think the way that he presented himself, he was very frank and forward, with the answers he presented. And even in being, presented with an attractive woman that's, looking to date, he was like, no, because she wants kids. I'm not trying to have no kids. This chick is a top model, her body probably banging. We're seeing her from the neck up, but she probably got a banging body, which, in today's, shallow culture, all you need is a banging body, and then,
Right.
You're at the top of things, But no, he just, you could see some of the integrity. I'm not saying we know the whole man's personality, but when you're doing these types of dating things, the way that he presented himself, he presented very well. That's all I can say. If he presented very well, he came, dressed. Now he didn't even come showing up in his Burger King suit. Had on a regular t-shirt. He could have just been like, I just got off work and had the hat on. What you want to know about me? He wasn't like that. He wasn't sloppy and, lax with it. He presented very well. And to me, I just think that just makes an impression.
Hold on. Wait. Shar, scroll back up a little bit.
I'm looking for his son. I see Tupac and
Snoop.
Snoop.
Wait. No, hold on. There's a picture of him in scrubs with a stethoscope around his neck.
Is that Alexander O'Neal? No, probably not. Okay, let me go. I wasn't even paying attention.
I see
right there. One more up.
Was that it?
Go one more up.
Well, it look like it's double?
Right here. Now, what is that? Yeah, that picture.
Maybe he was in school because he looks younger there.
He does, right? But he's wearing scrubs, right? And he's got a stethoscope around his neck. Now, so he's at Burger King. That's his job. But what happened to this part of his life?
Who knows? Malpractice.
For all we know, he could just be saying, maybe Burger King is a part-time job. Maybe he does have a part-time job, or maybe he worked at Burger King and he doesn't. But it seems like he might be into something else, with the stethoscope. I mean, and he just doesn't want to present himself like that because he's trying to, weed out the ones that are, looking only for doctors. If the chick, just is meeting him based on his personality and the fact that he works at Burger King and she don't really give it a crap. He's can provide for his children. He's not, homeless. Things are fine. But they're not living a rich life. He's like, okay, I can deal with that, and bam, present her with, I'm a doctor.
He's also a baller.
I worked at Burger King, last year.
But it's not just that. He's a baller because you see the pictures of him in basketball.
Absolutely. No, you can tell by the way he presents himself. Yeah.
No, well, you can tell by the way he carries himself, but if you look through his Instagram, he's a baller. He's got the basketball. He's got himself next to the championship trophies. He's got him actually in the middle of the action. You got him in a picture with Tupac. I don't even know how that was possible. But you know what? I'm looking at the picture.
You know what, DJ Music? I'd like you to come up on the panel and say that to our face. I really don't appreciate the implication that you excuse me, sir. That's not what we were thinking. We expected to see Jesus. Jesus is all we expected. None of us are disappointed, DJ Music. None of us are disappointed in seeing Christ.
No, see, here's the thing. Okay, so it was, I don't know if it was last week, the week before. It was probably the week before because we're talking about a woman last week. So when I said, right, and men get this, like they think that there's some dissonance in this when women say, no, I want a man who has ambition, who's driven by something and whatever. And it's like, well, what else could you mean but money? But like, here's the thing, right? Like this man is clearly pursuing things in his life. Like he said, me working at Burger King doesn't define me. That's not what's defining who I am. Right now, I look through his page. Right, he's clearly a go-getter because he's done a lot of things. He's accomplished a lot of things. And right now, I don't know if he's working full time. I mean, he's a shift manager, right? But maybe he gave up medicine for a real reason. Like, for example, maybe it's because of the whole COVID, vaccine situation. Maybe it's just had to do with being on the front lines and he's the only person to raise his children. So he doesn't want to be on the front lines and constantly risking them for exposure. So he couldn't do that right now. But like, there's a million reasons why someone could be in the position that they are, right?
Yeah.
But he's clearly a very motivated, driven kind of person, and that's very attractive to women. And that's why even before we looked through his Instagram, we're all still, I like this guy, right? Like he's
got a shirt on and he's got a nice personality. Yeah,
right. He makes sure he's got his face lined up. What do you say?
He didn't come on the camera with sleep all in his eyes and matter all over his face. It's like he just. I'm sorry. It was just so much better. It was just so much better.
Right. And if you think about it, right, on paper, what he listed versus what the last guy listed, it's not about that. Like this dude works at Burger King, right? And it still didn't off-put any of us. We still weren't like, oh, well, he's too grown to work at Burger King then. Or, well, I wouldn't like him then in that case. Like, nah. Because, women keep trying to tell men, listen, women like confidence. Now, a man, right? Some men are inherently confident. It doesn't matter what they're doing, what they're about. They're always confident. And those are the kind of guys who don't struggle with women, no matter what they're accomplishing, no matter what their bank account looks like and whatever, because they got that. They radiate confidence and, their internal man is just very, grounded and whatever. So your internal woman's like, I want to be around that. I like that energy. I like that presence. Whereas you could be, master of the universe. You got millions of dollars and and not have that internal presence, that confidence. You could still be a very insecure person, right? And insecurity is not attractive to women, right? So like, we can keep trying to talk about all these surface socialized things. You're socialized into love and money. You're socialized into wanting the corporate and the white collar. And you're socialized into all this crap. But here's the thing. Our instincts are still 100% intact, right? What we evolved to be, still 100% intact, which means we are always still going to prefer those inherent characteristics of a man over all the socialized crap. We will, right? That's how average men get married every day.
Yeah.
Really, that's how Pookies get married every day. That's how Ray gets married every day. Like, why would she pick him? Well, he refuses to work a stable job and he refuses this, but he's a hustler, right? And so y'all have to understand, it's not the criminality of it. It's the internals of, if you say, I need this, he's going to go hit the streets and find a way to get it. Right now, legally or not legally, I'm not saying it's good. What I'm saying is it's about that internal thing of he will find a way to make it happen. He will make sure you're taken care of, right? Like, by any means. Exactly. And we love that drive in a man. We like to see that man, like, I'm not trying to push you. I'm not trying to force you into something. I'm not trying to make you love your kids or spend time with your kids. I don't have to put effort into you being or doing. you are putting that effort into yourself because it's coming from within, right? And we love that, and we'll follow that, and that will make us actually more passionate and more driven ourselves. That's why we like being in its presence, because we
Well,
women are very susceptible to men,
that's
right?
that's very, very true. I've
Mhm.
not been with a man, who didn't inspire me to want or to try to be a better person.
Yeah.
And that's just based on the type of person that he was,
Right.
the type of man that he was, the way that he presented himself. I've been with men like that they were not about sloppiness or lowliness, and you were going to have to present yourself because the way that they were. And it's like, because they were very inspiring, it inspired me, you
Mm-hmm.
know and
Exactly.
I've had contact with men who weren't like that, and it's a vast difference. It is a vast difference. The shininess wears off really quick,
Mm-hmm.
and you realize immediately, this is not, no, this is an absolute not, this is something that I shouldn't even be involved in.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. And I'll tell you, I'm the one, okay? I'm the one who's involved with that when you shouldn't be involved with, right? Because I do have that mothering syndrome built in, like the Captain Save-A-Ho, but in reverse. I'm the one, right? I've fallen for that a lot in my life, right? No one's ever loved him. No one's ever respected him. I want to show him what it's like to be loved and to have the love and support of a real woman and da 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 da. And I'm going to show him that people in the world are good. I am that one. Okay, I have fallen for that trick bag so many times. I can't even tell you. Um, and
I'll
it
do it
was
as. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, the sad thing about it is that it's me not understanding the difference between seeing some form of raw potential in someone versus that person seeing that potential in themselves. There's a very big difference. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, as a friend, I do that. I try to help those that need help if I can,
Hmm.
whatever that is. Advice, which is, hey, don't go that direction or go in that direction, or have you thought about this? Well, that didn't
Hmm.
work out. Did you try this? So I'm always trying to support, when it comes down to that, but not necessarily those are the guy that I would choose, or they choose
Hmm.
me as a mate. But I'm always trying to, I guess it's the underdog. Um, I also root for the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing.
Yes, me too.
So I know what you mean. But as far as just like, not saying proving, um, as far as, there's women out there that can love you and all of that. No, not to that extent, but just to say, hey, there's people out here that do care enough to see that maybe you should go in another direction, or maybe I can help you with what you're doing to get you where
Hmm.
you're going.
Hmm.
Because that is something that a lot of people don't do. They don't
Yes.
invest in people.
Right. Exactly my point. And I think that for me, because I went through so many different times in my life where I desperately actually just needed someone's investment. Like the littlest investment would have went so long, and so far. And it's kind of like around the time that I really deeply needed that was
Hmm.
exactly around the time that my teen parents were just hitting their 30s and lost their minds, and so I suddenly had no parents and no support systems. And then I was with a bunch of friends who didn't understand the position I was in. I wasn't in a place where, there was a lot of single parents or a lot of no count parents or anything like that. Right. So I was kind of alone. And that wasn't a good thing for me. I needed desperately for someone to see my potential and do more than say, "Oh, you're good at that," and then walk away from it. I don't know what to do with that. Someone help me. So once I got to the place where, I've overcome that, it's like I want to give that to other people because I understand that we lack it. Especially within our community, we desperately lack that and we need it because there's a lot of, wasted potential in our community, a lot. And then we talk about that in sports. Oh, if only he hadn't gotten arrested, man, he could have been the next Shaq. Like we'll talk about stuff like that. but we don't talk about the wasted potential of that math whiz kid. Or
Mhm.
that guy who probably could have won the next Pulitzer Prize, or what, like, we don't talk about that because we don't even really notice it. We just let those people just go unnoticed in their little jobs at McDonald's or whatever, and they're so unfulfilled. And if only they knew how to take that one step in the right direction, they would, but they feel kind of boxed in by all of their previous life choices. And there's a way, but they don't know that there's a way. And it's like, I'm that one. I'm that one who wants to save you, right? But I always pick the wrong ones to save, right? Like I always pick the
Uh,
worst possible case.
We can always run the other way. That's one thing. You can try. You're like, wait a minute. Oh, that's not. Oh, he full of. Oh, I'm gone. Pew, and just go the other way.
well, I have resigned myself to the fact that I can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved.
Right.
And you can get yourself on a hamster wheel with that. And I'm going to tell you, the one who's going to come out with the most bumps and bruises, if you come out of it, will be you.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, ooh, excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Thank you. So, I have to be, I'm very, I use a lot of discernment when it comes to doing that. And that's even with family, because even the closest people in my family, I've given, chunks of myself, and they're not only
Mhm.
was there no progress on their side,
Mhm.
that chunk that I gave, you don't get it back. It
Mhm.
goes with that person. So there you're left with a chunk out of yourself. So not only, did this person take your chunk and chuck it, now
Right.
you gotta rebuild and fill it in and put it back together. And for me, that's too draining, and I will not put myself in positions like that anymore. I've done it,
Mm-hmm.
and it does me no good. And my thing is that anyone who's ever helped me, I have
Mm-hmm.
always been grateful for the help they gave me, because it actually was a step for me to get to the next step of where I needed it. And thank God they were there, because it was appreciated and it was needed. And I didn't shit on it. I didn't throw it away. I didn't waste it. I actually used it. And not everybody does that. Not everybody will
Mm-hmm.
use
Mhm.
it,
Right.
you know.
Yep.
But I used it, and I'm like, so that plays in the back of my head. When I think about helping someone, I have to look at the fortitude behind that person and say, you know what, sometimes you're just going to do it, and you're not going to expect anything back. But
Mm-hmm.
there has to be a limit,
Yep.
because
Yeah.
Mhm.
There needs
if
to
you
be.
deplete yourself, then you are just left on the floor. And where is your support system? You know, they
Girl.
they they got to be re-energized, and they got to know, oh, what, you need support, okay, all hands on deck, and who knows when they're going to show up, so you got to
Mm-hmm.
keep yourself together and with food and water, and that's just an analogy, until help can get there, so I just say,
Mm-hmm.
don't go too far out on the limb.
Mhm.
Don't go
Girl,
too
I'm
far.
telling you, I'm the one. Because
Be
what will
careful.
happen is I'll be everyone's not just main support system, but like 150% support system. Like, you didn't even know you could have this kind of support system. And I've done it for a lot of people, but I don't have a support. Like, I won't build my own support system. I will leave me entirely devoid of any form of support. So like, people will ask me, how are you doing? And I flip the question. I don't even answer it. Right. Will can tell you in the chat. I don't answer to the point where if you sent me a message saying, hey, how are you doing? I won't answer your message. I see it. I just won't answer it. I just think it's a stupid question. Who cares how I'm doing? Or you should know how I'm doing, or whatever. It's like, it makes me uncomfortable for people to try to even give me support. So, I'm actually a very difficult person to support, right? So I give too much and I refuse to accept anything. Right. And that's why, like, I gave this special introduction, right, to Will earlier, to say happy birthday to her, because, she is part of my support system, of which it's very difficult to support me. I do not make it easy. And somehow she works around me in my misery and my discomfort of letting anyone help me, and my ignorancy and whatever. Anyway, right. But there's very few people in the world who will even just be your support system, like, even if you've been theirs countless times, right? Like, you finally want to reach out and say, hey, listen, I've been your constant support system. I could name crazy amounts of support I've given you over 2 decades. I need a small favor from you. and then they'll act like it's like the end of the world. You're asking them for an arm and a leg, and they'll
Yeah.
almost make you feel inconsiderate for you wanting a tiny bit of support from them in return, right? And so I found I have to surround myself with people like me. Okay, people who don't want their own support system, they don't accept support well, but they like to give it freely. I have to be around people like me because otherwise I will be leached off of. And then when I'm empty and devoid of anything, I have no idea how to let people support me to build me back up. So I have to be around other people just like me. And then we all just give to each other freely, and then it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
have to be around people like that. It's a rare trait. It's a sadly rare trait. And it's back to what I was saying the other day, Mocha's panel with Mocha and Poetic Hells. And I'm like, there's no sisterhood, right? And there isn't. There should be, right? The sisterhood, this global, like how when men walk by each other anywhere in the world, they nod at each other. We should have that. But when Black women walk by each other anywhere in the world, we don't look to make eye contact and smile or nod. No, we avert our eyes. Right? As soon as we're close enough, we avert our eyes. The whole time walking up, we're assessing her clothes and her shoes and her this and her that. We want to see if she's looking at her man. Like, we don't have that built-in idea that we should support each other, that we should be there for each other. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of us are running towards things like comfort dick. Let's be real. Because we don't have comfort
Wait a
systems.
minute. Because we don't have home girls, we running for comfort dick, Ruby. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely. We don't trust women. We don't. We talk, even if you have female friends, right? A lot of people will chill with their female friends. They'll party with their female friends. They'll tell their female friends what they want female friends to know, right? But if they want to say something real for 2 seconds, they'll go tell the comfort D. They will. You know what I mean? They're not going to be telling their female friends because they know that, it's going to be held against me and used as a weapon, or to be held against my man, or da 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 da. And they're worried about the logistics of it, right? And I don't know if I can trust her. Well, I trust her, but I don't trust her like 75%. And when she gets mad, man, she likes to dox people, right? Like, I mean, real life doxing. But you know what I mean? She likes to put your business out there when she's mad at you and da 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 da. We're so worried about stuff like that, so we don't tend to share with our girls, even when we have them. Right?
Well,
like,
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very true. If you're dealing with, let's say you have a group of, 5, cool, best, close girls. In that group of 5 girls, there are always going to be, double ups. There's going to be 2 that are going to be closer than another, the other 3. You have who your bestie is, but you guys have an extension of your friendship with a few other people. So, there are certain things you may share with the entire group, like, girls, I'm getting married. You'll tell the whole group, but to that one friend, you'll be like, but, I don't love him. You're not going to tell the whole group.
Right.
You'll tell the one girl, your secret, or something, because you don't want it to be held against you. And any girl that's hung out with, a number of girls, the personality of each of those girls.
Mm-hmm.
You have the one that'll tell all your business. You have the one that'll sleep with your boyfriend. You have the one that, the most open, and, you could always talk to her. You just have this balance, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's all you see. Look, Will said it in the chat. She's like, yeah, you're too supportive. I am. I have a problem. It's like a pathology in me. But see, that's why I can't have that. I can't have that, group of women, and they're all these different personalities, and so many of the personalities are something negative or that could hurt me, because I'm too open, right? And so I will actually let that hurt me. Like, I leave myself open because I don't have the same kind of normal defenses as other people, which is why my female group of friends has always been incredibly small. Right? Because I need almost safety. Like, you have to be safe for me to be friends with you. If you're any kind of toxic, any kind of vindictive, stuff like that, I can't roll with you because I'm scared almost. Like, I'll be too scared of you and what you might do if I, God forbid, offend you today. That, like, how can we be friends? And so, I am someone who happens to relate well to men. And when I say that, I'm not saying, again, I do have some female friends, one's in the chat now, but You know, I don't have my whole life. I would have, like, when you talk about that big group, my big group is of men, right? I have male friends because I was a tomboy, and the things I was interested in, the way I saw the world, and the things I wanted to talk about, and how I wanted to talk about things, that was just more on par with the guys than it was with the girls, right? Like most of my female friends growing up, I have some more that are more like me now as I've gotten older. But when I was younger, what girls would talk about, like my best female friends, I would just stare at them like, oh my God, why do you care? And I would try to take part in whatever the hell Cosmo thing she wanted to talk about today, right? Or let's go shopping. Fine. Right? Yeah,
You
like I was like the
tried.
reluctant boyfriend. I'm not the one who wants to spend the whole damn day in the mall shopping, right? I don't care about stupid shoes and how pretty those heels are. If they hurt my feet, I ain't putting them on, right? Like I would just thought about things a little differently, right? So for
Yeah.
me, I don't necessarily need comfort D because I have male friends, right? But I would turn to a male friend over a female friend if I needed that level of comfort between relationships. Like, I need you to say all the right things. I don't know. There's so much vindictiveness and jealousy and this and that, and then they hold things against you and whatever. I'd rather tell one of my close male friends because none of that's going to happen. He's going to listen. He probably forget half of it anyway. As soon as the conversation's done, because he only half cares. And then he's going to sit there and tell you what you need to hear in the moment. Probably offer to let's go get drunk, and then that's it. You're done. You know what I mean? You have some fun. You know, he's going to reinforce your right to have some fun and, you know, screw that dude. He's not going to say anything too crazy because y'all might get back together. And then he doesn't want to have to take it back. And then you're good. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it makes more sense to me. It does, for real. I understand that more.
Well, I want to tell everyone that last week it was a draw. Both Ruby went to her corner and Vonda went to hers. They did not see eye to eye, but everything was well. No one was harmed. No animals. No nothing. Nothing was harmed. Just to let you guys know. And today is Vonda's birthday. You guys wish her a well birthday today. And we're going to give her a little bit more time to enjoy it since we have discussed this video. And yeah, nobody wanted to come up. Yeah, I didn't drop the link, but just once. But anyway, we had a good time. Hope you did. You guys come back tomorrow and check out article reactions. You know, we got them Karens. You know we do.
Yes.
Right. She always tripping. So, you know, come back and check us out. We'll be here waiting on you. And until then, y'all, good night. Peace.
Cheers, y'all.
Peace out, family.
Hey, folks, it's your nighttime, it's your right time DJ Music. Make sure you join Shaw Willie each and every Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, for Article Reaction, right here on your local YouTube channel. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to Article Reaction.